Welcome back to another video. Bradford City have today released a statement saying that Jake Young has signed for Swindon Town. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's a weird one because it was as inevitable as death, I suppose. We knew it was going to happen. What are your thoughts on it? Are you happy that he's gone? Do you think we should just get behind the manager? He don't want him. He's not in his plans. Let's see what he can do at Swindon. Get some game time. Or are you a bit upset? Well, not upset, that's not the right word, but do you still feel like he could have contributed a lot to the team for this next season? I'm probably in the middle. I think he could have contributed. I think he could have given us something different with his pace. He's very raw and direct, which will be a good sign for Swindon Town, I'm sure, because they need players like that, and for the Michael Flynn system, it suits his style of play. You know, quick players who can counter quickly and play direct. But also it sort of suits their system with getting in young players, so it's a good signing for them. For us, I think it's probably the best, but we have loaned him out. I think it's the best for Jake Young. He can get some game time, and hopefully he can be a star player for them. I think that's what we want to get out of this. But hopefully, he don't do anything to harm us in terms of them getting into a playoffs. I don't think they will. I think they'll probably struggle this season, Swindon, with the mess that the club seems to be in. But hopefully, Jake Young can knuckle down. If there is any suspicions of an attitude problem, which I don't want to say because I've never met him, I can't judge him from the social media clips. So if there is any rumours of that being true, that he has got a bit of a problem with his attitude, then this is the time now that he has to buckle down and he has to get working at Swindon. He's got a good manager there, Michael Flynn, which will get the best side of him, mentally. Will get him, working for the team and, buying along with what he wants him to do. But he's got to have a good spell, because if he doesn't have a good spell at Swindon and it don't work out, then, he won't be a professional footballer. He'll have to then drop down to the lower leagues and try and prove himself there next season, and then his contract's up at City. And then what's next for Jake Young? So this is probably make or break for him in his career, because last season at Barrow he didn't have a good spell over there. City did put out a statement saying Jake Young has today completed a season-long loan to move to Swindon Town. The forward signed for the Bantams last summer, making 12 appearances in Clown and Amber before spending the second half of the 22-23 campaign on loan at Barrow. His move is subjected to the relevant EFL and FA clearances. Bradford City would like to wish Jake the very best throughout his spell at Swindon Town. Now, I don't think it's unusual not to have Mark Hughes put a little statement in there. I wouldn't be reading too much into that. But obviously, the big thing with Jake Young's spell at Bradford City recently was when he got left out of most of the pre-season squads altogether, and then got put in the Bradford Park Avenue fixture with all the youth players. So that was a big sign that he wasn't in his plans. But Swindon Town did put out. Swindon Town are delighted to announce the season-long loan signing of Bradford City forward Jake Young, subject to EFL approval. The 22-year-old started his professional career with fellow League Two side Forest Green Rovers after spending his youth career with Guiseley and Sheffield United before earning a move to his current side, Bradford City. During his time with Rovers, Young became an influential figure, making over 50 appearances, scoring 9 times, and achieving promotion to the English 4th tier back in 2021-22 season. The forward will be looking to achieve similar success with Town, having joined from fellow League Two side Bradford City in a spell that has seen him score twice in 7 appearances, and that were against Walsall. Maybe if they're counting the Papa John's Trophy Pizza Cup, whatever it is, he did score against Sheff Wednesday in that, with two very good goals as well. Young has also accumulated even more League Two experience despite only being 22 years old, with a loan spell at Barrow midway through last season where he made 17 games, but it didn't look like he gave too much promise, and obviously not too much to show Mark Hughes that he's ready to fight for his place in our team. But then he did say, speaking to Town's media team, I'm buzzing to get the deal done. It's a club that I've played at previous times, and it's always been somewhere that's left an impression on me. I remember playing here a couple of seasons ago when Swindon beat Forest Green, and I remember the fans were just brilliant. The stadium was bouncing, and definitely something that attracted me here. So I'm just delighted to get the deal over the line, and I can't wait to get started. Now, I think he's been given the number 7 shirt, judging by his the Twitter post with our new number 7, and in modelling the kit. And Jamie Rayner has said that Jake Young complete season-long loan to Swindon. Deal includes a recall option in January. So it's a big 6 month. We'll see about how he's doing in January. We'll monitor his progress and see, you know, where he's at, and if he ain't really developing at Swindon, he could end up facing non-league. However, it could go the opposite way. It could be flying in January, and he could make a case to be starting in our team next season, which would be a massive 6 month towards the back end of the campaign. So it's a big loan spell for Jake Young. Hopefully it works out for him and he can knuckle down and prove to be a fantastic player for Swindon this season, but also that can enable him to get somewhere near our team, because if it doesn't work out this season with Jake Young, you know, we signed a lot of players last season for 3-year deals. Previously we didn't take that risk, and we're signing the younger players we signed, we give them 1-2 year deals, and that didn't prove we lost players too easily. You know, when you look at Elliot Watt, he went for free. Could have been a good asset where we could have got a bit of money for Paddy O'Connor. You know, there's loads of players who we just haven't give longer contracts to and put trust in. We did with Jake Young, Odesina, and I think with Ryan East. I think we give them 3 years, and Harry Lewis. You know, Jake Young, he's looking like he could be a big flop for City. Does well at Swindon, who is signing number 4. He could prove to hopefully get into the first team. I feel like I'm repeating ourselves, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on Jake Young moving to Swindon? Is it a plus for City? Is it a bigger plus for Swindon? If you're a Swindon fan, are you excited about the signing? Let me know in the comments down below. I think I'm in the camp where it's good that we've got rid of him, because Mark Hughes wouldn't be selecting him. He ain't in his plans, and we can focus now on hopefully bringing in another striker, because we've got Oliver, Cook, Derbyshire, and Smith. I think, you know, there's a few question marks on Oliver's fitness. He keeps getting injured. You know, is he reliable? Does he need to be getting offloaded to get game time himself, with him being 31 I think now? Derbyshire isn't a starter, and he seems to be off the pace, and we are playing 2 up front with Smith, who's got a bit of a knock, so maybe we need to be bringing in a striker. So hopefully we see some movement in the coming days before the window ends and before the season starts. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new. Have a good one.